The food you eat impacts your body in a very important way. You know how many people are taking supplements because they're counterbalancing what food is doing to them, not realizing it's the food they're putting in their mouth that's creating the sickness? I believe everyone needs to be on low carb diet. America, this country, has more sugar in it than any other country, but not like you think. It's not only sugar, it's starch. We have a very high carbohydrate diet. Very high, and that's why diabetes is so prevalent. Did you know diabetes can also lead to high blood pressure? How? Because when you have a lot of sugar in your blood becomes what? Thick. So it has to pump harder. When it pumps harder, your blood pressure goes up. Did you know that high blood sugar in your diet, a lot of starch, can lead to high cholesterol? You know the days that when I used to graduate school, they used to think that cholesterol was just about fat. They used to say, oh, if you have bad fat, that's how you get cholesterol. Well, they found out that's actually incorrect. There are fats that are good and there are fats that are bad. And if you have good fats, it can actually help you lower cholesterol. But they also found out that having too much sugar in your diet causes high cholesterol. How does that work? You know the drug they give? What's the name of the drug they give for cholesterol-reducing drugs? It's called Zocor or Lipitor. And they go out the ORs at the end, or the statins. That's how you know they're called statins, right? Well, how do they work? Well, you see what they do is inside your liver, there's an enzyme. The name of the enzyme is called HMG-CoA reductase. I don't like to get too technical, but I got to share with you. Sometimes people think the only thing I know is C1. So I got to give you a little bit and let you know, hey, you know what? There's a lot more than C1 I know. I've been studying health and wellness for about 30 years now. And when I say studying, like everything I do, I press in all the way. So when I study, like I want to know. I want to know everything related to health and wellness. And you know, so people say, Dr. Ray, what makes you so different? It's not only 8 years of graduate school, but it's 650 seminars. I've studied everything you can think of related to health, including chemistry, very well. And so here's the thing I want you to know. We're talking about cholesterol for a second. Because this is important. A lot of your friends and family are diagnosed with high cholesterol. They're on drugs and they think they're fine. Here's what they don't know. Your liver's job is to make sure that if there's too much sugar in the blood, it converts some of it to cholesterol. Why? Because if you have too much sugar in your bloodstream and it gets to your brain, it can cause you to have a stroke. So your body is trying to defend. It says, hey, we got way too much starch and sugar coming in. And it tells the liver, says, hey, you know what? The brain tells the liver, make some cholesterol from this. So there's an enzyme your liver makes. It's called HMG-CoA reductase. And what its job is to do is to take the sugar coming in, the starch coming in, convert it to cholesterol as fast as you can. So what does the drug do? It stops that. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it's a bad thing. Why? Because now you have a lot of sugar still coming in. So the person on the cholesterol-reducing drug, what's one of the side effects? Diabetes. How many people who are on cholesterol-reducing drugs know that diabetes is a side effect? And how? How is it's not a random thing that happens. It's because if you're still not changing your eating, listen closely, that sugar's got to go somewhere. If it's not being converted to cholesterol, it's going to go in the bloodstream the way it is. That's how you get high blood sugar. See how that something's got to happen with it. So what's the real answer? Cut out the starch, go on low carb. You see how that works? So when patients have high blood pressure, when they have high cholesterol, when they have diabetes, in addition to their adjustments, what do? We get them on a low carb, and we get them juicing. Right? Make sense so far?